The real deal.
What's up, guys? In this video, we're going to be diving deep into my crazy custom DSG, my clout machine, as Airsoft GI coined it. That's where I actually got this body from. I won it in a mystery box from Airsoft GI.
What is going on, you guys? The winner of the clout machine for the 420,000 YouTube subscribers is going to be the Real Deal Airsoft. So congratulations on winning this custom gun. I'm going to be messaging you on Instagram because I found your page. Jake. Is that your real name, Jake? It's crazy what you can find on the internet, right?
The rate of fire is insane. Ridiculous trigger response. Overall, it's a monster. Without any further ado, let's get right into it. Hold up. For those of you that aren't subscribed to the channel right now, make sure you hit that sub button because you're going to learn a bunch of cool stuff. We're going to grow this sport together. And I just want to let you guys know that right now, next to the subscribe button on the desktop, you'll see a blue button that says join. That's for YouTube memberships. The Real Deal got memberships now. So there's 3 different tiers that you can enroll in. There's the rental tier, the mid tier, and the Real Deal tier. Each tier gives you guys exclusive benefits and perks that are reoccurring. Something that's included in all 3 categories is a personal discount code for the realdealairsoft.com, as well as many other perks. Each tier is more beefier and more beefier the rewards that you guys get. Make sure to check the description of this video to find out more information about it. But yeah, guys, it's really cool benefits, and a little bit about the discount code. For as long as you're joined on the YouTube membership, that code is good forever, and you can use it for every single order. Each tier has a bigger discount. Check the packages to see what's included, guys. Back to the build. Hands down, my favorite build in my inventory. I have a lot of really cool builds. You can see on the wall, a couple recoil builds right there. But this replica takes the cake. It's super funky, super flashy. It's that green machine right here, that green goblin you heard. And this is basically my tester build. I put all my latest prototype parts in here. And a lot of people ask me, hey, what's inside? You know, it's not your standard 18-to-1 SHS dual sector gear build. So we're gonna work from the back to the front. We're gonna discuss the externals. Then we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty about the internals and basically what I got going on to achieve results like this. Let's get into it. Right off the bat, externals, it's pretty flashy. It's got a bunch of stickers on there. Whatever I find funny, I slap on. Got the Insidious Armory, got the Perron, and of course, we got the Real Deal stickers. Any custom build I do for you guys or any order that's placed on the realdealairsoft.com gets these receiver stickers. You can put them anywhere. They fit really good all over your receiver. Put them on a magazine, do whatever you gotta do. Starting from the back, we have a PTS EPM crane stock. I really love this stock. On all my custom personal builds, I always go with it because there's a lot of battery storage. You can fit a battery in the rear portion as well, straight down the tube. You could put a stick, or you could put butterflies. So you could go from a little brick to a stick or the butterfly. So this stock can handle pretty much all the batteries on the market except for those massive bricks. Like, what are you gonna do? They're massive. All right, moving forward, we got the green Lancer buffer tube. Right here we have a drop stock. I forget if it's primary airsoft or if it's tap. It's one of those guys, but we got the standard drop stock right here. Makes for an amazing sight picture so that when you're really running and gunning, you don't have to like crack your neck and go like that. It lines up perfectly, and that's the reason why. It's for that cheek weld. Moving forward, we have the skeletonized receiver. This is a Lancer set. We also have the standard A1 grip. Everyone says, yo, that's ugly. Guess what? Perfect motor fitment. You heard. Performance. Moving forward, we're going to bring out the Australian companies from down under, mate. And this is the Aztec adjustable trigger. They're coming out with a bunch of cool products, gearboxes. Some of them, you know, they're constantly improving. Based on my complaints, I said these grub screws are insane. Only technicians have these screwdrivers. Luckily I do, these hex keys. The average person is not. The screw's gonna back out, make it easier for the people. They changed the grub screw. So now they're more realistic. This trigger You can adjust the over travel. You can adjust the canting of the trigger. So instead of it being straight, you could have it kicked forward like some of those Max triggers. Really cool, really cool. Shout out to Airsoft GI. Don't know where this rail came from. We have a lighter S tracer unit with a 3D printed front end on there. It says the real deal Airsoft, but it got shot up a bunch of times. And like BB fragments got stuck in there. Really cool. Shout out to Chaos and Honor. He's the guy who's printing the amplifiers that's found on the website, and we've 3D printed an end cap for this because my sponsored player lost mine. It's all good. He played with it one round and it went missing. Fajita, where is it? Either way, moving forward, we have a replica Surefire, what is it, X300 Ultra. Now for the details that you guys really want. What gearbox are we running? I'm sure you can see it. It's a blue Retro Arms gearbox. Stock Lancer hop-up unit, legitness. I was testing around with different R-Hop patches, but honestly, for durability, I want this to always work. Inside, we have Maple Leaf 70 degree Mr. Hop bucking on the inside and the Stock Lancer barrel. I just polished the inside and I wrapped Teflon tape around it to increase accuracy and remove the barrel wobble. Internally, this is what everyone wants to know. I have a Siege Tech. It's a combination of two gear sets. It's a Siege Tech 20:1 ratio, all right? So pretty much I did the calculation. I had spare gears and I didn't know what gear set they were, so I counted the teeth and I did the mathematical equation, and I found out that my bevel and my spur was a 20:1 ratio dual sector gear build. I wanted something efficient. And speaking of efficiency, we're going to talk about the drivetrain, but my goal of this build was to be the most efficient dual sector gear that I can build. More efficient, way more efficient than any SSG that you can possibly build based on amp draw. So that's the gear set. I have an SHS tappet plate, Lancer tactical nozzle, and a real deal cylinder head, stock Lancer cylinder, stock anti-reversal latch. And for the motor, I bounce around between two motors, but right now what's in this is a Warhead Industries brushless 36K motor. So with the 36K motor and the 20:1 dual sector gear, again, that's a high ratio. I could be squeezing out way more rate of fire, squeezing around 44 rounds a second. That's basically where I'm averaging out, around 350 FPS. Yeah, that's crazy, and the battery's not even charged. And that's with an 11.1 Li-ion battery. They have a slow discharge rate, so if I use a different LiPo, the rate of fire will jump as well. And as well, the spring I'm using is a Rocket M150 spring, and I have one Insidious Armory guides plug spacer on there. And that's what's basically powering the system. As well, we have a Perron hybrid MOSFET. I want to talk to you guys about brushless motors, okay? I realize that you might run into a feeding issue with the brushless motor. Active braking is very sensitive on these Warhead motors. So if you're ever experiencing some feeding issue, take a look at the nozzle. And what I mean by that is, look inside the hop-up unit and you're gonna be able to see the nozzle shoot. With high active braking, or not even high active braking, like level 2, level 3, what winds up happening is that the active braking takes effect so fast that it doesn't stop the nozzle in the correct place and it can cause feeding issues. So how do we overcome these feeding issues? Number one, lower your active braking settings until you're feeding correctly. Or a better fix, a permanent fix, is to turn your active braking completely off and test. If that doesn't work, turn your active braking completely off and turn pre-cocking on level 1. This is going to override the ESC in the Warhead and it'll stop it mechanically with the anti-reversal latch. So if you're ever having feeding issues on a high rate of fire build, or a single sector gear like 13:1 build and you're using a Warhead brushless motor, and for some reason it's just not feeding, turn active braking off and see how it works. And if that doesn't work, like I said, turn active braking off again and turn pre-cocking on level 1 or 2 and test on those low end settings and it will start feeding flawlessly. So that's something that I've experienced recently, as well as a couple other techs. The misfeeding, and it's not anything that we did inside the AEG, it's not anything that you did inside the AEG, it just has to do with another set of electronics in the equation. So with every evolving piece of technology, there's always going to be little tweaks. So now if you're using a brushless motor and it's not feeding, honestly, turn active braking off and see how it is. So that's my little word of advice. So guys, that's the clout machine. Shout out to Airsoft GI for sending me out the body a long time ago. And I told you, I comment on all your photos, don't make me do it.
What?
I did it. I built my dream AEG. I need Air Pro.
The real deal.